Hello, and this is Magic the Interviewsening, your home for the quest for ancient secrets and trade secrets, and your number one source for Magic Interviewsening. I'm Ruben Bressler, and I'm here with SCG commentator, writer, and notable mountain man Patrick Sullivan. Patrick, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
You regularly do coverage for StarCityGames.com, such as at Grand Prix Miami. Talk to me about doing Magic coverage for SCG Live.
It is a real pleasure to get to work with such a talented cast of people, and I enjoy actually watching Magic and thinking about it more than playing in tournaments myself at this point. So being able to stay connected to the game that way is a real pleasure for me.
Many players are known for a combination of colors they tend to play. For example, Patrick Chapin and Grixis, Jerry Thompson and Azorius, Conley Woods and all of them. You, not so much a combination of colors as just one. So much so that your Twitter handle is @BasicMountain. How did you find yourself as Magic's resident red mage?
Well, I played actually a lot of control decks while I was growing up and playing in PTQs and stuff, and eventually sort of gravitated towards playing aggressive decks, and then every time you add a second or third color, you just can't cast your spells, and so why mess around, you know?
You are known for your infamous red box, where you keep your Arabian Nights and Summer Mountains, in addition to all of the various red cards you use to build your decks. You have an ongoing series on StarCityGames.com detailing which cards are added to the red box in each set. The red box is your brand. And yet the red box is already a brand. Are there any pending lawsuits against you for copyright infringement?
And there's actually a pending lawsuit against them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's exciting. Is this because you're planning on starting to offer streaming video and video game content?
Yeah, they're in my space now. So I'm coming for you.
You were one of the original members of Team CMU TOGIT, one of the first Magic super teams. I asked this question to fellow CMU TOGITer Osip leaving Las Vegas, and now I'll ask you as well. Did you have an advantage over other teams from the past because you had early on uncovered the real secret to a great super team, the power of acronyms?
Well, most of our constructed decks for Pro Tours were horrible, so I don't think we had much of an edge. It's a great group of guys and super talented at Magic, but I don't think our results were really reflected in the Pro Tours we played in together.
Speaking of the only game in town, as part of Team Shenanigans at Grand Prix DC in 2004, alongside Adam Horvath and the aforementioned Osip Jordan Berkowitz, you made the finals, where you lost to Team That's Me, featuring the Florida-based team of Chris Fennell, Charles Gindy, and Bill Stead. Do you think that New York area Magic players or Florida Magic players are more self-aggrandizing?
Florida, but it's close. It's real close.
What's the most overrated card in Standard?
Angel of Serenity.
What's the most underrated card in Standard?
Pillar of Flame.
If you could only play one deck for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Extended red deck wins from about 2002, 2003, the Jackal Pup, Goblin Cadet, Port Wasteland, Curse Scroll style deck.
When you enter an event, who is the one person you do not want to face?
Luis Scott Vargas.
Which city is your favorite to visit for Magic events? And which city that Magic has not yet visited would you like to see the Grand Prix circuit visit in the future?
On a selfish level, I would really like it if the Grand Prix came to Princeton. It's a little bit small, but it's my favorite place in New Jersey, which is my favorite state. As far as my favorite current venue for Grand Prix, it would be any except Houston. They're all tied for first.
You have 4 Grand Prix top 8s, including a top 4 finish at Grand Prix Charlotte, which was the largest GP ever until very recently, where you succumbed to fellow Jersey boy and aspiring reality television show star Gerard Fabiano. What was it like playing against a celebrity of his stature in the feature match area?
Well, I've sort of become desensitized to Gerard's fame since I've known him since actually the 1990s. I wish I could have won the match, but I'm very glad that Gerard was able to perform well in that tournament.
In addition to being a big fan of Magic, you have a few other loves and obsessions, most notably basketball and Cedric Phillips. Which of those did you fall in love with first?
Basketball first, but Cedric more passionately.
You are a big sports fan, particularly basketball, and particularly the Los Angeles Clippers. Is this because, like you, the Clips have a very narrow range of using up-tempo linear strategies to hope to outrace opponents and focus very little on defense?
I think it is because being a fan of the Lakers is soul-sucking, and it's a fight for good to be a fan of the Clippers.
Well, Patrick, thank you so much for coming to the mountaintop with us today.
Thank you.